Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. I'm just over here shuffling the deck because I'm so excited to get going with this reading. I want to introduce this deck if this is the first day that you've joined me. This is the New Orleans Oracle deck by Fatima Mboj, and the artwork is by the author and Lori Felix, and this is a gorgeous deck. This is the second time in these channel readings I've worked with this deck. I worked with it towards the end of May, and I wanted to close the month of May and begin this week of June with this deck as well. While I was talking, there was a robin right outside my window, and it was just chirping and singing so loud. I have a lot of robins in my yard, and so I paused for a second to see if it was still talking, but it's not. But I wanted to share that with you if you could hear that. No robin chirping right now, just a dog down the street barking. Oh, it was there just a little bit. Anyway, so when I do these daily 2-card readings, I look at two things. I look at the energy card for the day, which is, the force that's directed towards us from the universe, and then the focus card, which is our intention, effort, or response that we put back into that day. As always, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself in these readings. It's very important for me, and it's very important for me to let you know that when you watch these readings, you are also protected by that energy. So that robin is chirping, but whenever I stop talking, it stops singing. So maybe you'll be able to hear it through my words, and maybe it's too subtle for the camera to pick up with it. But so let's take a look at the energy and focus cards for today. Now, this deck has been really interesting to me. It's pretty normal size for an Oracle deck. The cards are maybe slightly smaller. It's a 44-card deck, but I really feel directed to side shuffle this and take the first 2 cards off the deck. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do. So we have our energy card, and then we have our focus card. And we'll dive into the guidebook and see what the meanings the author has put through in this deck. I do want to mention that she says that New Orleans is a place that inspires people to discover, accept, and fully express themselves, and that this Oracle deck was developed to help us, the people using the deck, to listen to our intellect and our intuition, and to help our self-trust grow. Self-trust is a very huge thing, and sometimes it's very difficult, or sometimes we're so busy with everything else that we just don't listen to it, or we don't trust ourselves. And so this deck's intention is to help us listen and trust ourselves, and not to forget to use our human intellect as well. So let's take a look at our energy card for today. We have self-care. Again, this was yesterday's card, so it's important. It's come up 2 days in a row in an energy position. So it is something we definitely need to pay attention to. Now, it's the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Not everybody works a regular schedule or just has weekends off to relax and enjoy. But it happens to be that both Saturday and Sunday gave us the same message, which was self-care. So if you watched this reading yesterday and you did not take care of yourself, I'm telling you, this message is back at us for a reason. Self-care is important. So we just looked at this message yesterday, but we're going to look at it again because it's here and it's important. And I kid you not, I just opened up immediately to this spot in the deck. So the message is coming through very strong. So I'm going to read it. Here we go. Self-care. It is time to put your focus on taking care of yourself in the most basic of ways. Pampering yourself with a long bath, taking extra care about the food that you put into your body, getting enough rest. Simply taking some time for yourself is recommended right now. You are close to running on empty, and it is taking a toll on you more than you realize. Sometimes self-care can be as simple as learning when to say yes or no at the right moment, based on how you feel. Take this time to care for yourself and notice how quickly things start to fall into place in a much more effortless way. So this is beautiful. And after this card came up yesterday, I was kind of thinking about it. Personally, I feel like the whole month of May just shot by. Like the days leading up to the beginning of May was all about my trip to New Orleans, planning everything in my home and my life, and while I was going to be away. And then once I got back, it was just go, go, go. Work, 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 work. And long weeks of work, busy weeks of work, hectic weeks of work. And I kind of feel like I just want to take one day just not to do anything, you know? I think we all need that sometimes. Whatever it is that you do. One of my favorite things to do besides being out in nature is reading. I love to escape in a book. I just like to sit and just enjoy where that takes you. So that might be what I'm going to do. I hope every one of you finds that special thing that you need to do to help yourself out. Now, let's look at what our focus is going to be so we can kind of understand how we're going to work with this self-care, or how we're going to find what we need to do to help us take care of ourselves. We have share your gifts. This is so weird. This is the exact same reading as yesterday. I mean, I shuffled this deck. You guys seen me shuffle this deck? I shuffled it in the camera, but I am certain this is the exact same reading that we had yesterday, which is incredibly weird. Not unsettling, but I'm just not quite sure what to think about that. But I'm going to trust Spirit is designing this reading and telling us, if you did not pay attention yesterday, you need to pay attention today. So here we go. Share your gifts. This is Jackson Square in the background. We talked about that yesterday. I kid you not, if you didn't watch yesterday's reading, please go find yesterday's reading and look at it. This is most bizarre. So the message is, show the world what you're working with. Although Jackson Square is a historic landmark, today it is also New Orleans' foremost showcase for people looking to share their creative gifts and natural talents. Whether their specialty is fancy food, artistic masterpieces, or intuitive readings, everyone wants to see and be seen in Jackson Square. You've pulled this card because your creative side is calling for more freedom to be shown out to the world. Creativity doesn't have to be limited to activities like painting or singing. You can write, make jewelry, or create anything you want to feel moved, that you feel moved to create. There is no need for the ready-made place to share your gifts. The more you choose to do, the more space the universe will make for you to share. And it's really important that Spirit is telling us that we need to find our gift. We might already know what it is and we're just not taking the time to do it, or we're not working on it in the right way, or we're not sharing it. But part of sharing that gift is going to help bring in self-care to us. I really don't know what to tell you. When I flipped these cards, at first I was like, oh, we have the same card for the energy. Oh, now the same exact card in the focus position 2 days in a row. This is an important message. Look at today's reading. Look at yesterday's reading and see what your intuition tells you. Use your intellect and your self-trust, but understand your intuition is trying to guide you. This message from Spirit is important. That's what I know. It is clearly important. I hope you found the reading helpful. I hope you connected with it in some way. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please leave me comments. I would love to hear what you think about these readings. I'm so grateful for the views I'm getting and the people who have been watching every day. I thank you so much. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me.